Okay, so this is Princess Monster Wife, and this is a really good episode.
Oh my god!
It's really good. Like, this is like next to the one, the Christmas one with the build up to the end and stuff. Like, this might be my favorite, honestly. I really liked it. I think this. Well, we'll go over the story real fast. This is Ice King is going, and he's literally taking his favorite parts from each princess that he likes, and, you know, which makes no sense compared to the last ones where it's like people could die and stuff, and now it's like, no, you can just steal parts from them and they're fine. Kind of semi-gruesome, but I guess since they don't show the blood, I guess it's okay. Weird, you know.
Well, the first time when I see Lumpy Space Princess, when they're all standing outside of Finn and Jake's, and she's got the 2 bags of ice. First, it's from a distance, and I'm like, oh my god, is that her guts? Like,
that's what I thought too. Yeah, but even like with bubblegum, like her tongue hanging out, I'm like, this is kind of gruesome. But I get they always walk that line, and I get somehow they get away with it. But it's cool, so I don't mind. And it turns out it was the Ice King. Well, the Ice King forgets or doesn't realize they're talking about that. Oh, you mean these parts I stole? Oh yeah, that was me. Which is a great reveal because I actually didn't think he did it. I thought that'd be too obvious. And then when it finds out he is, it's like, oh, that makes the joke even funnier. So Finn and Jake get knocked out, and it's just him spending time with this Princess Monster Wife, and her trying to feel normal, but she's so repulsive that apparently Finn and Jake can't look at her without fainting. And they've seen some nasty looking creatures too, so I think that makes it pretty funny. But it's just the Ice King spending time with her and trying to convince her that she's normal. I love it when they sit and they watch the TV of the normal people doing nothing. See, we're normal. We're like that. We're normal. He goes to all the penguins named Gunter and Gunter and Gunder and Gunty, and that's brilliant. Yeah. That's a brilliant joke. Yeah, eventually Finn and Jake wake up, and they try to stop him, and she figures out what she is, that she's all the best parts, and that she's a combination of parts, but she likes being the Ice King's wife, and likes belonging and feeling normal, so she literally takes herself apart, puts all the parts back, mostly in the right place. I don't know how Lumpy Space Princess and Turtle Princess are gonna...
I love that he's...
It's like playing Tetris.
Yeah, just leave it. Yeah. And then just the cloak, I guess. Was that what it was? Was it a cloak that went back? Goes back to the Ice King and says, though my parts are scattered, I'll always be your wife. And he turns into a dumbbell joke. She just gave away all my stuff! You know, which is funny, but with the Christmas one, where you felt both really torn apart seeing all the stuff he's gone through, but you're also laughing because it's the build-up to this joke.
Yeah.
It's like...
Which will never be mentioned again.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like, but it's... That was all at the end of, like, this very, very funny build-up, and then here's this payoff. Yeah. Even if it is really tragic and really dramatic. With this one, it was sort of like, I'm really watching this, and it's the first time outside of that where I really felt like, you're always kind of laughing at how pathetic he is, and I always see the tragedy, but I just really friggin' felt for him in this one, and I felt for that Princess Monster Wife, too. Mm-hmm. And I love, the animation is great, so many good... things that I love the hot dog princess at the beginning. I must hug you, climbing up him, and he pushes her down. I mean, you feel the struggle of her trying to climb up. I love those. I don't know, those ice buffalo or whatever that you can see the organs inside of. I love that you see the cat that Gunter laid still there. I just legitimately felt for the two of them. Even though it's all the voices of the other princesses, it somehow formed this identity, and I dug it up. I thought it was great. It was very Frankenstein, obviously, but it was, it sort of took it kind of to a different level. Like I said, having it be sort of different people and having the parts scatter at the end, and how does that form a consciousness? I don't know, but you can just kind of get away with it. I loved it. I thought it was really great. So that's enough of me talking.
doesn't shut up, does he? Go ahead! Or do you want me to?
I did love this so much. So much. So, and in a way, like, hearing you react when we were watching and you're like, oh my god, I really feel bad for him. It's like, vindication, I've been telling you sons of bitches.
Well,
this
no, hold
whole
on.
time.
Hold on. It's not that I didn't feel bad for him. It's that I'm always kind of laughing with it, too. It's like, I feel bad, but it's also funny. And even though there's funny moments, it's like, I'm legitimately like, oh, geez. Like, it's like my heart really goes out to this guy. Because he's like, for the first time, he's genuinely happy and content. He prepared all this stuff for her, and he wants to... He does want to help someone. He just wants to sort of do it his way. And he wants to feel needed.
Yes.
You know?
It's just nice, like I said, because that's just kind of how I felt about him from the first, like, couple episodes in season 1. I was like, I get it. And it was like, well, everybody thinks he's a joke, and he's a bumbling fool, and it was nice. This was an episode where it's like, okay, now you see where I'm coming from. Now you see why I love him so much. It was really sweet. And, I mean, he's just so sweet. I love the scene where they're doing the dishes. He's like, and you dry, you wash, and I'll dry, and this is how we do. We take our turns, and then tomorrow you'll do this, and we'll switch off, and just like it was like this dirty pants.
No,
like,
you let it soak.
I'll show you a trick. It's real neat. I mean, it's like so sweet.
Well, and the way
sweet.
The way he Tom
Kenny.
Yeah, Tom Kenny. The way he acts in this, I mean, especially, it's like, it is kind of funny, but, like, when he's really saying, like, these legitimate, heartfelt things to her, it's like, you buy it. You totally buy it.
You do.
And I think all these actors do such a good job finding that sort of balance between what's really funny and really kind of heartbreaking and dramatic. Yeah. And in this one, like I said, I mean, Ice King, to me, again, with the exception of the Christmas episode, where I think it was sort of like an extreme half and half, and that was more just the placement of it, of that reveal. With this, it wasn't as much, oh, it's kind of half funny, half tragic. Like, no, I legitimately feel the tragedy of him in this one. Like, more than any other episode, because he seems so happy. And he seems like he finally has what he wants, and that what he wants really is to give something, and he wants to teach, and like I say, he wants to feel needed. And I think when you have a character that's constantly trying to take things, it's such a contrast to, no, they want to feel, they actually want to give, they don't want to take, but in order to do that, they feel they have to take in order to give. That's like where the poor psyche of the character comes in, but really what they're looking for is this. They're just going about it the wrong way.
Well, even the little song he did when they were
the
playing
duet
through, but you could feel that he was content. I love. You're absolutely right. You can feel it's very heartfelt. You can feel it. He's content. It's not just like this la la la. It could have come off as some crazy man living this bizarre fantasy, because clearly she's this crazy monster-looking thing. But the way he does it, you're absolutely right. You feel like this is a normal couple. He is really and truly, you buy 1,000%. He's absolutely in love with her, no matter what she looks like. It's not.
I'll get it.
It's not my fault.
It's my phone. Sorry, look at my butt. It's your brother.
My brother?
Yeah.
Well,
God damn it,
you can
Rob.
blame Rob for all this.
Well, apparently
Sure.
everyone's yelling at you.
So we can do it without Jason. We're going pretty good. He hasn't said a damn thing yet.
Yeah, God. So, but I like to. I also like the idea, which is funny because it's a very, even though Monster Wife, you can tell why she has her issues. I'm a monster. I'm ugly. I'm unlovable. And the same way, it's kind of sneaky because that's how a lot of women are anyway, in general. And I thought that was really neat that you could kind of relate. And eventually, after like the first reveal of, oh God, that's what the hell happened to all those parts, I kind of felt, at least for me, I felt for her a lot. Not as like, oh, ha ha ha, this monster thing realizes she's a monster. It's like, oh God, no, I hear you, honey. I have days like that too. It's this idea of every woman feels that way. They may not look like that monster, but they feel like that monster. And when he's, and then Ice King says to her, like, no, I know, you're beautiful. I love you the way you are. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's just a whole nother level of really great sweetness. You know, he made her do the little fashion show or whatever. And I looked at Jason, I'm like, you would absolutely do something stupid like that for me, just to make me feel better. That's just, you know.
Yeah, that's why you got that runway near the edge of the door. Weird.
Yeah, the other was for you.
No. I do want to work down it like this, but yeah.
No.
But
Not
no,
allowed.
it's and the other thing I like too is that you sort of think to yourself, oh, well, he always wants like just the hot looking thing or whatever. I mean, I don't even know how many of them are of age or whatever, but he wants like he wants the prize, the trophy prize and stuff like that. And here, I mean, here's something that's just clearly doesn't look good. I mean, like I said, Finn and Jake pass out looking at her, but he doesn't care. It's everything that like. To him, it's sort of like mathematically this makes sense because, well, it's all of them. So it's sort of like the perfect bride, and he just sees, even though like everyone else looks at her and says, "Oh, that's ugly," and it's just obviously that's not a very good-looking creation. He just sees like just this, beautiful, loving thing, and he just adores her, and it's not. It shows a side to her, or to him that I was like, oh, like I didn't know that was legitimately in there. Like, like he can learn and be like, no, it's okay. And I think that's the interesting part. Like I said, that's more that he wants to feel needed, and he wants to give more than he just wants the trophy prize, or he's working out through, whatever his mental issues with, his past real wife. That doesn't have to be a knockout. It can just be someone that needs him. So, what do you have to say?
So in other words, he's not looking for love, he's just looking for someone that needs him.
No.
Someone to lord over what he can do for them.
No, he needs companionship.
I'm kind of saying.
Someone.
See?
No, he
See?
needs.
Kind of.
No, he needs companionship. Someone who needs him as much as he needs them.
Okay, let me put it this way. I think he thinks he needs that, and he thinks he has that, but he's still taking it from tons of other people.
Well, no, but okay.
It's still a diabolical plan.
See, of course, online, because online never lies.
Oh God!
You can always look up these things where it says, the ideal woman, quote unquote, where they say like polls were taken. These are the blank has the best lips, so we took those. Blank has the best eyes, we took those. And they literally pieced together this like monstrosity of a woman that is supposedly the best features from all of the women. Mm-hmm. And that's what Ice King said. He said, I took my favorite parts from the princesses.
The golden ratio?
Kind of, but that's the thing. To him, it's not that it's this monstrosity like you said, and I don't even think he notices it because these are his favorite parts from each one of these. So he looks and he's like, my favorite part of Bubblegum. My favorite part of Turtle.
I don't think so.
And he's that wacko.
No, I don't think so.
Plus he wants someone that, he can sit there and control.
No, No, you are so wrong.
Well, no, I mean...
So wrong.
No, this
so
is why
horrible.
He is training her to do the dishes.
No, he's not.
that I don't know.
Oh, come on.
No.
This is like, no. Don't worry. We'll let that soak. You'll learn that later.
No.
Yeah.
You are
Okay, let's put it this way.
wrong.
If he was training her just to be like his, subordinate or whatever and stuff, why would he take her to fly through the caverns and play the duet and stuff like that? Why would he get teary-eyed?
Okay, let me put it this way. Abusive husbands, do they start out abusive? No.
I've never been one or
have,
seen one.
they have the trick of luring in the women, being nice and everything. They get married, and then boom, all of a sudden they start changing.
It's true.
It's a slow progress. It's slow progression.
Well,
Ice King is totally abusive. A few episodes ago, he threw out 3 penguins that we don't even know if they were dead or not.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me emphasize something else, though, too. It's not all that I'm saying, like, this is a legit relationship. Why couldn't they live together? It's like, no, this is still scary. This is... No.
It could have worked. They could have...
Parts from other people?
Except for the poor other, princesses.
Could have...
Yeah, that's what I like, too. I like the fact the creation realized this was right.
Yeah.
Again, that's very Frankenstein. I like the creation realized it and went and put things right. Even if it meant giving up herself.
I'm just more or less joking around with the whole him looking for...
He's a very abusive husband.
What was that? I shouldn't say that or do that because, someone... Yeah, they're gonna bust down the door. No, what I really like is last episode was a werewolf. This episode, I know, but this episode was Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
I like the fact that, and then of course Marceline, a vampire. They're hitting on a lot of the classic monsters, especially recently.
And they have mummies?
Well, kind of Meow, kind of looked mummy-esque, but no, they haven't actually. They've already done zombies, of course.
Yeah.
So, like, seeing, like, an actual Frankenstein's monster, I think is kind of neat.
Well, and I like that this is the one that they had, I mean, because technically you could do the same kind of setup for the story with the Ice King getting to know another princess or something like that, with just some other princess they made up or something, but I like the idea this is the one where he took all the parts.
Yeah.
It's a different creation. And that's one he legitimately has, like, a real relationship with.
You know why, though? Because it had Slime Princess's bum.
That's what made it all come together. I like how I formed a butt while saying that, too.
Slime Princess has a... Yep. Yeah.
You contribute so much to this one.
I had to walk away because of your darn brother.
You can still talk now. All you've said is like, yeah, he's a jerk and Slime Princess's butt.
No, I mean, this thing has gone on for who knows how long. It's probably longer than the episode.
Fair enough.
No, I liked it. It was fun. It was interesting. I don't know if I felt the tragedy in a sense, or the heart wrenching or whatever that you guys did. But it was nice to see in them show the Ice King that no, he isn't just looking for a hot piece of ass. He's just looking for companionship. He has it in his penguins, but it's not enough. He wants someone that is female, that he can actually talk to and he can learn with and teach. Mm-hmm. It was nice. And, I mean, I remember when, first time I saw it, he was throwing the pictures underneath. And he's like, no, look. And he's like, I took this from this and, that. I was expecting the monster to be all pissed off.
That's what I thought was going to happen, too.
Like, oh my god, you took me from here. And she opens up and she's like, so you love me even though I'm all, I don't have these other parts.
Yeah, I like that they did that, too.
Yeah. And he's like, well, yeah, of course. And I'm like, that's really nice. And then, of course, I do like the whole, Finn and Jake with their, the mirrors and all of that stuff.
Every time they pass out.
Yeah.
They were just so mean. So mean. Oh my God,
honestly,
so ugly.
No, honestly.
Oh my God.
There's been numerous women where that's happened to me with.
Oh.
Honestly, it's one of those things where I don't know if they could even help it, because, I mean, No, they are legitimate, like, they always want to help, they want to do what's right, but as soon as they see it, they pass out. It's like, just their senses can't lie, or they cannot get past their senses. Which I sort of like, because they're not necessarily being, like, mean. They're not saying anything. It's just literally they can't stand looking at her and they pass out.
Actually,
which just makes it funnier.
What I really enjoyed is that this is not a Finn and Jake episode.
Yeah. I like that too.
They do not save the day. There's almost nothing that they do. We had a problem with, Lumpy Space Princess. She cannot carry an episode.
Yeah.
I have a problem with Tree Trunks. I don't think Tree Trunks can carry an episode or an entire episode around her. And that's fine. That's your opinion. But this shows that Ice King can actually carry an entire episode as a character.
Well,
Finn and Jake are very secondary.
Hasn't he kind of done
He kind of has, but this is one where it was pretty much all him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty out of it.
And I think that's kind of neat that there are minor characters that can carry the show.
Oh, no, definitely. Well, and he's probably one of the more, like, really fascinating ones. Well, he certainly, I mean, I get a feeling, like, with the writers, like, this has got to be the most fun character to write for.
Yeah.
I mean, you can so easily make him look pathetic, but tragic at the same time, and that's just a beautiful combo, and writers love to have fun with that, because everything you're doing is making you laugh and kind of cry at the same time.
Yeah.
And the only thing I'll say that's on top of my mind is when they're sitting there and they're watching the normal family on TV, which I like that was the title card. Too.
Yeah.
And they're just doing nothing, and they're just sitting on the couch, but they look normal. And see, we're normal like that. And it just reminds, like, when I was younger, and, like, I think everybody goes through, especially through school and stuff like that, you go through, it's like, oh, do I fit in? Am I this level popularity or this level popularity, somewhere in between, and where am I, and stuff like that. And a lot of times I think we do kind of look to, like, especially if you're younger, you look to the media to say, tell me what's popular, tell me what's normal, tell me how I can fit in. And I don't know. That scenario just showed sort of the nonsense that it is. That it's like, why would you want to be what's on TV? That'd be like everything else, and it's normal. It doesn't stand out. You know, what makes you unique is what makes you unique. Why would you want to be normal like everyone else?
Yeah.
You know, if other people can't see it, that's their problem. You know, and that's sort of what I like that the Ice King was doing with her too. So it's, I liked it. I thought. A lot of good stuff in there, a lot of good elements, good animation, good writing, good commentary, like, on a lot of different areas. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was just great.
Speaking of the old TV shows, one thing I remember is being younger and, of course, trying to compare this, that, and the other thing to it. And then one day it hit me, it's like, no one has a bedroom that big. If you look at the bedrooms in all of the TV shows, the bedrooms are the size of our living room, if not bigger.
Well, they're studio sets and stuff,
like, they're huge! And then it hit me, it's like, no one, out of all of my friends that I've ever hung out with, no one has a bedroom that big. Okay, I have just found that line between reality and fantasy.
The size of the bedrooms.
That was really where it hit me. And, you know, everything else, nice size living room and all that stuff, yeah, but, like, bedrooms where, like, they can have literally a concert in their bedroom. I'm like, I don't know anyone that can do that, you know? So, that was me.
It's a nice feeling when you wake up and it's like, oh, like, this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was trying so hard to be like this on TV. It's like, oh, that doesn't matter. In fact, as I get older, this makes you really boring and uninteresting.
Yeah.
The stuff that makes me really friggin' weird is what makes me interesting and fun and different. And people are like,
very true.
Yeah, it's like, I'll remember you. I won't remember gigantic bedroom kid or like whatever that's like
bedroom kid.
That's Jesse.
But like, you know, it's like all these kids you were trying to be like you'll usually forget years later.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's so funny. It's like the ones you do remember are the oddballs and the weirdos and the ones that weren't doing what everyone else was doing. So
so screw society.
Yeah.
Fight the power.
Always.
Bring down TV. Don't watch TV, anyone. Just watch these videos.
I'm fine with that.
See, there you go. Bring up our popularity.
This whole video was just a plan to get you to stop watching TV and watch nothing but us.
Yes.
This is working.
Help me.
I think you need a hug.
Why are you hugging my wife?
I'm sorry, get you in.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Ooh, boobies.
Hey!